Hey guys, I'm gonna try and do a little filming in the shop today. Tyrone's tow truck, well, it's gonna need some work, like some brakes. So anyways, we're gonna show a little footage of that, John doing that and whatever, that sort of thing.
All right guys, we got the rollback in the shop here, and we're gonna start taking it apart, check out the brakes. We do know that the left rear brake caliper is leaking fluid. Looking at it from underneath, looks like the right rear caliper has a problem. I don't get to see this truck very often. It pretty much just stays with Tyrone unless he, has a problem with it or whatever. So, it's pretty easy to miss problems, especially on the rear of these trucks, because they rattle and they squeak and stuff like that. But we should definitely keep a closer eye on this. I think we're going to have to start doing, like, every 6 months, bring a truck in and do an inspection on it, because this is probably not acceptable. You guys will love it. So we'll get it took apart, and then we'll get back with you.
What do you got going?
Well, lug nuts are tight.
That's at least a positive.
So we'll break them loose.
Lug nuts are tight, but what's loose?
We got to break them loose.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got a couple. I think it's going to be your turn to try.
Okay,
All right.
I'm solo?
Yeah, let's just see if you can do this thing here. You're doing good. You're building muscle. This is your physical therapy right here.
Oh yeah. I like doing this hard work. It's good, challenging. Aww. Dirty up my. Let's do some gloves.
We can wipe it off. So you don't do that.
It's alright. I don't care if it's dirty. I just like to break it in gently. Okay. Let's do some stuff here. We cracked those.
I think you might turn in the direction. Let's see.
How?
Barely.
Oh no.
You change the direction.
No.
You just tighten it down.
Unturn it.
Here, you push this in.
No.
We're gonna have to do it all over again.
Don't say that.
Keep going. Let's see. Keep going. You're winning. problem with the brakes.
Is it up close enough? Maybe it's not that bad.
Oh, it's...
Maybe to some people it's not that bad.
There is physically no way that this could get any worse.
That's a... Oh my God. Oh. Oh.
So now we got to pull the caliper, pull the axle shaft, pull the hub.
That's not even the other side, right?
No, the other side's not as badish, I don't think.
I thought the other side was what you said looked like it was in parts.
No, this side.
Oh, he's gonna see this.
The other side, I don't think is more through the rotor.
Yeah, but if you have problems with this side, right? Like, isn't it just going to automatically start becoming harder on the other side?
Not necessarily.
Like, do they work like simultaneously?
They do, but like the brake wear should be similar, but there's factors that can influence one side wearing more than the other.
Yeah, one that's really, really shit.
Now, if you get like a
tricky
stuck caliper or something like that, it can wear the brakes on one side more than the other. But that one's...
Well, folks, this isn't looking that
one's for the
great.
record books.
Yeah. You know, we were gonna start like a wall of Tyrone, like F-ups.
Yeah.
But it may turn into like a whole room. Him and Uncle Jay.
Yeah, that one's
Good
about
Lord.
as bad as it could be.
Well, I guess we could use it for training purposes. Or...
Well, it'll make, I guarantee it'll be like one of them viral memes on come into the shop looking like this, or it.
Oh my God, yes, we're part of that now.
Like, yeah.
Aww.
Customer brought it in. It's amazing that it was still moving. This isn't even the side that was the problem why he stopped driving it. It was the other side that got a leak on the caliper.
He likes old stuff though, and he likes the way old stuff operates. So I mean, this is problematic. He likes smells and rough riding stuff. So, just old. Oh my God.
So now we're gonna pull the caliper and the hub. So that's funny too. The guys are probably gonna be taking lunch here soon, so.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys, we got the truck apart. We got both sides off. As you can see, we got it down to the spindles. We got both hubs off, both axles out. I figured I'd go with a little recap here on what we got going on it. So here we go. The brake pads on the passenger side were pretty much non-existent. The inner one, let me think. Yeah, the inner one still had a little life left in it, but it had a rough life and it wasn't doing very good. I think the caliper was seized up. Other than that, the spindle looks good. The caliper is junk, but I'll show you that right now. We'll start with the caliper here. As you can see, the pistons are pushed all the way out. It has a phenolic or whatever they are, the not metal pistons in it. They're shoved all the way out. And the caliper that had a rough go, it was hitting on some stuff. It was just a bad deal all the way through on this side. And the sad part is this side wasn't the side that actually brought the truck in the shop. It was the other side leaking is what started the problem. This is the right-hand side rotor. As you can see, there's really not much left of it. I'm not even sure how that even gets to that point. But it was just kind of kicking around in there. The outside of the rotor had ate away to nothing. It had been running like that for probably some time because it had kind of polished itself smooth in there. This is what the rotor should look like. This is off the driver's side. It still has some issues. It's got some heat cracking on it. The inside was riding on the steel of the brake pad as well. So when we bought this truck, we just kind of put it into service. I didn't really look at it too terribly close. I probably should have done brakes on the rear when I bought it. We've had it for, I don't know, maybe a year now. But the passenger side rotor, it's bad. So we got new rotors coming for it, new calipers coming for it, new brake pads coming for it. So the whole rear is going to get redone. There's the axle out of the driver or passenger side there. It looks good. It's no big deal. We got new wheel seals coming for it. That sort of deal. The other side caliper, I'll show you that. As you can see down in here, the caliper finally pushed the piston out of it to where it was leaking, and that is what I actually brought the truck in for service today. We're going to get the rest of the spindle cleaned up and get everything cleaned up and ready for the new calipers that are going to be here tomorrow. It's good to check the brakes periodically. These trucks, you know, they run quite a bit. They get quite a few miles, but not like a crazy amount of miles on them. So it's kind of one of them things where you know, we should look at them a little closer than we do. You know, as long as they're running and driving and, you know, not leaking and stuff like that, you know, not making any bad noises, not doing nothing weird, we don't really worry about them. I think we're probably going to have to, you know, I mean, we do these brakes right here, and they'll be good for probably another 10 years or more, because we just don't use the trucks that much, and, you know, these brakes last quite a long time. So, but I think we should do, my truck I bring in regularly, do maintenance on it, that sort of deal, because it's at the yard, it's at the shop. So I see it, I fix it, it's not a big deal. Tyrone's truck stays with him, so I'm gonna have to get, you know, with him a little better about getting the trucks in for an inspection, you know, that sort of deal. They're not a DOT truck, so they don't get like a DOT inspection regularly. These are considered small trucks. As far as the rotation goes in the Department of Transportation, we do run an operating authority, and we should inspect them, but they don't have like a state inspection that they have to pass. We don't operate outside the state or more than 150 miles or whatever, so we don't have to have a DOT number. I know everybody's gonna have a heyday with that one, but it's the truth. This truck we bought because the other truck has a problem with the head, and it's just kind of a stopgap truck. You know, it's got the 19-foot bed. It's not as useful as the other trucks are. So we're just going to, you know, we're going to put it together right. But, you know, I was just trying to use it for the meantime until we get the other truck fixed. So that's why it's not as pretty as the rest of the trucks, and it's not as nice. Tyrone likes his old stuff. This truck's as close as I could find to his original truck. His original truck is a 99 with a 99 with a 21-foot bed on it. This has got a 19. The gearing's different in this truck. It has a 5-speed instead of a 6. Same motors, but the truck is just not, it doesn't cruise down the interstate at like 75, 80. It cruises down the interstate about 65. You know, it's a good truck. It's solid. It works well. Fixed a few little things in it when we got it, but other than that, I mean, we're just running it. It's taken longer to get the other truck fixed than we wanted, so, you know, I think eventually I'm just going to give this truck to my dad once we get the other truck back, and he can cruise it around or do whatever. It's a nice truck, it's reliable, it's a good truck. So all we're going to do now is we're going to clean up all the parts, get everything ready. Tomorrow the parts should be in for the truck, and we should start putting it together. Nothing too terribly exciting about this, just a bunch of cleanup stuff. Ordered a bunch of brake parts cleaner and crap like that from O'Reilly's. They're awesome, they deliver. So it works out pretty good. And then we'll have some video of this thing going back together tomorrow. One thing we're going to mention about these trucks too is they put a bunch of different calipers, a bunch of different brake pads, they put a bunch of different rotors, they put a bunch of different stuff on there. So once we got it apart, I could order parts, but until we got it apart, I had to, you know, wait to order parts. So as you can see, it has a 6-bolt hubs on it. They make a 5, they make an 8, they make a U-shaped one, you know, so that sort of deal. The calipers themselves, they have a single piston caliper that's like big, it's like 3-point-something inches, 3.8 or something. They make the dual piston calipers that both my trucks have, and this is a 2.88 diameter pistons. So I had to figure that out. It has the not metal pistons in it, and the size also affects the brake pads that are going to go in it as well. So once I got it apart, we got it all measured up, and then I can get with O'Reilly's and got the parts ordered. They're coming from Salt Lake. They should be here in the morning. We got the rear hub all cleaned up here. Got the bearing out of it, got the seal out of it. We're going to be in it this far. We might as well put new seals in it. These weren't really leaking. They were a little damp, but that's kind of a nature of a wheel seal. But the rubber is pretty stiff. It's not very pliable. Some of it's, you know, stiffer than others. So I ordered up new wheel seals for it too. The problem we had with wheel seals is the application chart gave us the wrong dimension of what it should be with O'Reilly's. So I had to go through, get on the old interwebs, do some cross-referencing the numbers, figuring out what this one is, and then cross-referencing that to something we can find. I had to get with on O'Reilly's once I found some part numbers and see which one they carry and make sure it had the right dimensions on their specifications. And then we got 2 of them ordered. They weren't too bad. I think they were about 30 bucks a piece, so it wasn't horrible. But we're gonna put them in new while we're in there, just because the hub cleaned up really well, pressure washed the life out of it. There's still a little bit of grease in the seal channel and some of that stuff that was hiding when we pressure washed it, but we'll get it cleaned up with some brake parts cleaner and get it ready to go before we put the new seal in it. Hey everybody, I figured I would take this video here and split it into a couple different videos because it was starting to get pretty long, and also it's getting a little more involved in fixing on the truck there. We got it apart. We got the parts in, we got the back together, and it works good. It's all bled out and everything else. But we decided, since we got the truck in the shop, I'm going to take advantage of having it and fix a few other little things that I needed to. It's got an oil leak on the front main seal, and it has a parking brake that I think we're going to take the opportunity to change the shoes on. And so we're going to do some more videos of that, turn it into maybe a 3-video series or something like that that will be a little more in depth on that than we were going to do. You know, Tyrone would like his truck back, but honestly, I think I'm gonna take the time. He's got my truck and he's good right now, but we're gonna take the time and spend probably another few days on this truck and get it going right. So I figure we'd end this video right here, and thank you guys for watching.
This is not John, but Alondra.
It's W, D, W, B is in boy, A is in apple. You are not 7 1, K is in kilo, 7 8 W 169 570.
Say hey.
Yes, miss.
Say
Yes, I'm ready. Rebel Victor. That's the one I'm looking for. Thank you so much. Bye.
Do you have anything to say for yourself, Alondra?
Not today. It's really cold.
It is really cold.
Yeah.
You know how I know it's cold?
How?
When I go outside.
And when you come in here, also. I
Oh,
know
that's
you know.
true. Okay. Shh.
Yeah.
Zip it. Zip it.
I know you know.
I know you know. But you guys have these fancy radiant heaters all over the place. Chevelle is generally one on her feet, one in front of her face, one above her head. Bunch of sissies is what I say. Say hello. Say off, get that out of my face.
I want you to come
cuss in
and
front of
join
me.
us.
To do what?
All day.
Today?
And feel what we feel.
Wait a minute. I used to be up here all the time. I understand.
It was worse before.
Do you remember when we didn't have a heater?
It was worse before, yes.
We had like a diesel, whatever, propane, crazy loud heater that was on the floor. It sounded like
We had that one just a few times.
a dragon.
We had more the ones that looked like a freaking
Propane?
sunflower.
Yeah, we had the
No, yeah.
sunflowers, propane heaters. All right, well, I'm just trying to give it a shot today.
I think it's dead.
No, it's not. Watch. Yeah, something you gotta get used to. Honestly, I think it's upside down. I'm not gonna lie. All the stuff, the battery and the time and all of that is upside down. So I would assume it's upside down. Are you upside down? On that screen, are you fine?
I'm good, Mom.
Okay. All right, I'm starting to get shaky because that's what I do. But I'm gonna try filming Dad today. Tyrone's truck, like caliper hung up. Oh, we went underneath it last night to see, and it is some for sure. Okay. Okay, those are my girls. We got Chevelle and Linda. Alondra. Okay.
No more Linda. No more Linda.
Well, you know, you were enunciating the other day your name to a customer, and you've got this down. You were like, Alondra. Alondra. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but that's what you said.
That's not even close to Linda.
Linda's only for brokers.
We don't live with brokers anymore.
That is true. They were the worst. Okay. All right, let's follow Kaya. She's fine. Let's go. Let's go get Dad. Okay, then don't. Weird little coyote dog. What do you got going on right now?
The battery in the forklift.
It's
Not good, yeah. So
Why don't we just replace it?
that's what I'm doing.
Are you?
With another battery of questionable origin.
You're just making it go up and down.
Well, I'm trying to wriggle it so that it gets wider and it goes on there.